In 1972, Philly jazz funk quartet Catalyst released their self-titled debut album on Cobblestone, and from it, the track Jabali. Right into the heart of the action from the first bar in. Okay, so far the tenor saxophone of Odean Pope is really leading the way here. And also appreciate that bass. It's kind of somewhat low in the mix, but it's really well, no, actually, that was. Let's go. It was playing along with the sax riff, but it was providing some kind of like harmonic counterpoint. It was playing different notes. And hear those drums just kind of like pulverize that bridge right there. So far, that sax is just really giving us a strong melody that's just holding everything together. It's kind of it's rare in pieces like this, and with that briskness, I could definitely see this as being like a gateway for a lot of kind of like non-jazz listeners, rock listeners, and such. I love how the bass is playing different notes than the sax, but it's playing notes. It's playing the same exact cadence nonetheless. It's okay, and that bass I think is played by Alphonso Johnson. Yeah, he was the original bassist in this. Yeah, B1. Yeah, he plays bass. Yeah, before before his 3 album stint with Weather Report. Okay, now I'm really starting to appreciate the drummer more and more and more. This it's kind of like the keyboard, that Fender Rhodes and the bass are kind of like dueling it out amid all that drum spray. Okay, the drummer on this is Sherman Ferguson, and let's see. He also played with Pharoah Sanders Quartet, and let's see, Eddie Harris Trio, 78 credits according to Scogs. Played with The Visitors, and Pat Martino, as well as all 4 Catalyst albums. Kenny Burrell, yeah, quite a resume there. Okay, and the Fender Rhodes electric piano, played by Eddie Green. Well, they say A2 to A3. Huh. It's got to be someone else. It's got to be someone else on this track. It must be him on this because they don't credit any other keyboardist. But let's see. That Eddie Green fellow, played with the South Soul Orchestra and MFSB. Yeah, 75 credits according to Scogs. And yeah, plays on all. Well, plays on yeah, and at least one other Oh, played with Billy Paul and Sonny Chris and Lou Rawls. Oh, the 1977 Pegasus album. Yeah, Gene Card. Yeah, kind of. I made more appearances overall. It seems in like the smooth soul vein. Oh, also appeared on a Pat Martino album. Love that tinkliness of that Fender. That drumming is just everywhere. It's just kind of like hitting all corners and just like missed here and just hits there, you know. It sounds like two drummers at once, really. It's great transition from like the really structured like first 2 minutes to that looser kind of jamming that we just heard, and now kind of like a variation of the earlier theme. In a different key center, of course. Stretching out a bit more. I mean, he's improvising now. Gotta hear him squeeze those really full notes right out of that thing. I can't believe that one drummer could be creating all that percussion nest and density and just... Because it sounds like two hands are going over the skins while the like the cymbals are running nonstop. And you could either sit here and follow the bass for like heck, it's like basically you can just trade off like spend like 30 seconds just following the bass, 30 seconds just following the saxophone, each playing like a unique role that kind of like intercepts with the other. Yeah, each bass note is really choice and now we're finally going to get a spotlight of him. Now just think for a moment how hard those big, thick bass strings are. Now kind of like doubling up between the Fender and the bass. Okay, now we've returned to the beginning at least, but with those beautiful Fender glissandos, like. It's such a strong thematic element right here. I mean, few numbers like this have such structure in places and like definite like hummable earworm type riffs. I mean, I love the looseness of jazz and like jazz funk, and I love the kind of randomness at times that it goes into. But it's like when you hear also like a real hummable moment, you know, trading you know, off with these looser passages. It's like the best of both worlds. Oh, hear those fills. Hear the Fender, hear that kind of gallopy moment on the Fender. I just dropping like half a step right there. Yeah, just kind of, you know, modulating up and down. This was written by the drummer, yeah, by Sherman Ferguson. Yeah, great composition, yeah. Particularly for a drummer, particularly for someone who doesn't even play one of the you know, the notes actually. To have this kind of like melody come up in his head. I wonder if it was written more around kind of like a drum pattern, like a rhythm pattern, and the melody kind of like came to him when he like had like the whole cadence and everything in mind. Now basically a duel between you know, all that drumming, you know, mist and fills and everything. Well, yeah, basically a duel right here between Sherman Ferguson and Eddie Green. Kind of like fighting their way out of that one like bit that. Now a very different section, something we haven't heard in the piece before, more of kind of like a speed along. Yeah, different melody than we've heard. That was Catalyst with Jabali, yes. Jazz funk powerhouse, put out 4 albums between 1972 and 1975. The first on Cobblestone, the subsequent 3 on Muse Records. And yeah, great talent in this band. One of the early like kind of self-contained upstart units in this like electrified jazz funk vein, and definitely giving say the likes of say the Crusaders a run for their money. And this, I found this band's 4 albums very immediate and Like, yeah, when I discovered them, I feel like it's amazing. I was like, I discovered this band just as just before I went live with that. No, I guess it was in 2014 I went live with the Jazz Funk Directory. I was I was doing the jazz. I was doing the funk directory, going live with that, and it just amazes me how much great music there is from the '70s out there, and that such uh, and that bands like this only were to be unearthed in this way for the complete recordings volume 1 and 2 were issued in 2010 on Porter Records, and before that a compilation called the funkiest, a 2 CD set called the funkiest band you never heard, came out on 32 Groove in 1999. So it was just kind of on the brink of the 21st century and really the 2010s that this great music started to become unearthed. It just goes to show how much great music there was being made during the '70s all across the musical spectrum, and that it takes years to work through it all, but it's a very rewarding journey. Like and subscribe, follow me on social media, and see the directory of albums by American jazz funk artists for more Red Hot tracks and purples from the catalog of Catalyst, as well as other bands in a similar vein, like Crusaders, and the '70s output of like Alphonso Mouzon and Billy Cobham, and Return to Forever, Weather Report, and, yeah. And leave a comment if there are any observations you have about the track we just heard, the interplay, the soloing, the trade-offs, the harmonics, the counterpoint, the sections from the tightly composed to the looser to the spotlighted, moments, and who had the best moment on there. And until next time, this is Zaragon, the world's most ear-traveled drum exponist, signing off.